Grand rising. So I'm doing this on the bed today so that we could get a so that we could get a so that if people want to call in on the phone lines, so that if people want to call in on the phone lines, we could have people to call in on the phone lines. Cause we finna get into some things today. And the ancestors will always let you see the things that you're supposed to see. Um, I was really going on because I hadn't had a chance to watch her content in a minute. And so I went on today and chill, I made it on there just at the end. And I'ma say this, from a peaceful place. When you come in on, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Let me get my let me get my let me find this number. Conference call. So I'm gonna put the number in the chat for people who wanna call. Let's get a coffee chair. I just had mine, so I'm definitely up and ready. Definitely up and ready. I'm going to put this number in the chat for people who want to try to call in today. Now, I've never done this. If you call in and for some reason it's not working for you, um, child, we'll work the bugs out on another call. I mixed my rice today with a little bit of black coffee that my sister gave me. So, chill, I'm a little amped up. Like I just had a little bump of coke, honey. Like I was playing in the snow, honey. So, yes, ma'am, honey. But you know it ain't that because bitch ain't got no sniffles and her nose ain't running. But definitely geeked up. Definitely amped up. So that is the number is 605-313 5707 18900. Oh, that's too many zeros for the access code. 0018 for the access code because I do want people to be able to call in. So I'm going to pin this right now for people who may want to call in. I won't be answering calls until I finish talking, but I do want that number and the access code to be available for when people to decide that they want to call in. But I got a chance to see the end of VS Icon's video, and I wasn't gonna go live today because I'm still working with I have my old lighting. So the lighting does look a little better in this video, but I ordered some new lights and I was waiting for the new lights to come so I could give a little bit more of a setup. So that's why I didn't go live yesterday because I was trying to wait for the new lights to come tomorrow. But when I saw that video, I was like, oh no, girl. I gotta talk about this now. 100% pure love. So so at the end of the video, you know what? Before I start talking, I'm gonna give a few more people a chance to come on. So let me just play a song to try to calm my nerves, chill. Let me, cause if I start talking now, I might start cursing. So let me play a song and let me try to calm my spirit, cause music soothes the savage beast. So I really honestly let me play one of Kevin's songs, one of the good Kevin songs to try to like calm my spirit. I might need to light me a candle too. I'm gonna light me a candle now just to like calm my spirit because it really, really like took me back because I was like, girl, like I've come on your platform and supported you, and I was rooting for you. Like I believed in you. Like, you sent people to my channel, you sent me subscribers, And just to hear you say what you said at the end of the video, like I almost want to go and get that clip and just share the last part of what she said because I was gagging. I really I really was gagging, girl. I had gagged at how that video had ended. Girl, let me play something soothing, girl. Another one of those. Let me. Ooh. I had to order my little chakra things. You know, the little things you clang together to get your chakras together. Under the moonlight, we sway with ease. My sweet canine, you got me weak in the knees. Whispers of secrets, so only we hear. In your arms, can need nothing to fear. Traces of magic in your gentle touch. Lavender, relax. Every moment with you, babe, it's never enough. Eyes like a dream, sparkling so divine. My world's in chains. Can we, baby, you're my silent storm. Your love keeping me warm, and I'm quite well where wishes come true. Sweet honey, my heart beats just for you. Under the stars, where our love resides, every soft kiss takes us on a ride through the clouds, where our hearts collide. In our universe, there's no. Cause y'all know I'm not smoking weed. I ain't had no weed in. I ain't had no weed in like 5 days. I ain't had a drink in like 5 days. VS Icon was the one that was covering the T.S. Madison story, and I was going on her platform and stuff. She's cisgender. She's female. Girl, it had worked to me up, girl. Wishes come true. Sweet honey, my heart beats just for you. This kind of big on me. It's bunching up on the side. It's a 38 double D. This girl kind of bunching up. And I got this girl to the first loop. But I wanted to make sure that it was enough room. Because these girls kind of big. And I be refusing to admit it. That these girls need room to. I be trying to back these girls down, girl. I be in denial, girl. I didn't like her vibe. Oh, I subscribed to her just to watch her. And then I unsubscribed when she said she voted for Trump. Well, I didn't hold that against her. But now I am. Sweet honey, my heart beats just for you. Yeah. And I was in denial about this titty meat girl. I was denial. You know, I be trying to be androgynous, girl. I be trying to pretend like I ain't got that much titty, girl. I was in denial, girl, about this titty meat girl. I was in denial about these girls for a long time. Okay, so if you're here and you're coming on to the live, please make sure that you click that like button. Please make sure that you share and that you subscribe. That you share, that you like, and you subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. When I talk, I'm going to be thoughtful because I respect my foremothers. One of the reasons why I have been so diligent with my platform is because I realize that we live in a reality that has censored, excuse me, the voice of Black women, Black feminine beings, Black queer beings. So I definitely am not here to tear Black women down, but I am not going to tiptoe around my conversation with you because I am just as much my mother's, if not more, as I am my forefathers. I will not let any of you reduce me to my genitalia. We were given dominion over this planet. We were given free will. We were given consciousness. We were given thought. We are sentient beings who have the capacity and the capability to think and be as we choose. And I will never let any of you halflings reduce me to what was between my legs, not even in my community. I have called out T.S. Madison. So you know if I'm gonna give it up, if I'm gonna give it up, like she said, she calls the girls trainees, which I don't even understand what the fuck that is. What the fuck is a trainee? But she calls the girls trainees, and um, she talks about how she came for how she tells the girls to untuck their nuts and the hole in their body. I don't even like this is not about picking sides because I'm on my own side. Laylim Layler is its own nation. It's its own side. So this is not when you come on my platform. It's not trans women against Black women. It's not Black women against trans women. The same way I'm about to give it up for Miss VS Icon is the same way that I give it up to the girls in the community. Okay, I don't allow. Thank you so much for the super chat. 100% pure love. I appreciate you so much. Um, the same way I give it up, the same way that I give it up across the board. Black men could get it, Black women could get it, Black trans women could get it. It's it's all my playground. It's all. When I came into this reality, I came into this reality as a penis with a penis. I was being groomed to be a male. I was being groomed to be a boy, to one day go on to be a man. I saw early on that programming was not, that reality was not big enough for me. That backyard that they wanted me to play in, it wasn't big enough for me. It wasn't enough room. It wasn't enough space. So at around 13, 14 years old, I started to blur the gender lines. I started to move beyond what they was telling me I could do. I've never been a follower. I've never did what I was told to do. I always did what felt right in my spirit. I always did what my ancestors spoke to me, what my DNA told me to do. And see, right now I'm taking HIV medication, and they tell us that HIV medication rewrites your DNA. But baby, it ain't rewriting nothing over here. I'm still whole. I'm still talking to my ancestors. I still have access to my ancestors. Hey, Fatima, they still speak to me. They still working on me. They still working on me. It ain't a medication on this earth strong enough to make me forget who I am inside. It ain't a vaccine shot that you could give me that could make me forget who I am, baby. It ain't a vaccine shot. It's not a pill. It's not anything that you could give me that could put me in a deep enough sleep to make me forget that I am my mother and my father, my grandmother and my great grandmother and my great grandfather, my great great grandmothers and my great grandfathers. And I'm beings that we were before they even became these constructs, before they even took on these labels, before they even took on these titles, baby. I am the beings that rose up out the sea and stepped on land. I am the beings that fell from the stars to the water and rose up out of the water. This whole planet, this whole universe, this whole cosmos is my home. You will never make me feel out of place. You will never make me feel uncomfortable. You will never make me feel like I don't belong. You will never reduce me. Yeah, I rebuke that. I rebuke that in the name of every ancestor that lives in my DNA, every ancestor that lives in my blood, every ancestor that came together to make me the beautifully crafted being that I am. And just because I went and got a few bells and whistles, just because I removed some shit that I felt like I didn't need, it doesn't make me less than you. It doesn't make me less than you. But every day, you halflings prove that it makes me more than you by the way that you talk and hold on to this reality as if it is the bee's knees and as if it is the only thing that it's all there is. As if when your soul leaves this body, you don't have to go on and answer to your ancestors for the havoc and the bullshit and the chaos that you amened and and to while you walked in your flesh, while you walked in this mortal coil, while you were bound by this flesh and in this fabric, honey. You're going to have to answer for that. And your melanin does not give you a pass to fuck around in debauchery. You ain't for everybody. You're for everybody who upholds the values of the oppressor. It's giving pick me. It's giving coon. That's what it's giving. A lot of you coons is in blackface. Your melanin is a cover. You are literally a white person in blackface. I watched this woman say, she will not go against the president. She will call us he. Because she will not go against Donald Trump. This woman said, I will not go against the president. She will call us he because of something that this billionaire, white supremacist, Caucasoid said. Don't hide behind the president. Don't hide behind the president. If that's who you are and that's who you've always been, some of y'all that were born with vaginas, I know now that being born with a vagina doesn't automatically mean that you tapped in. Being born with a vagina does not make you superior. Y'all prove that every day. I wanted to believe that. I wanted to believe that being born with a vagina gave you some secret esoteric knowledge, some secret esoteric wisdom that somehow made you a little bit more advanced, a little bit more present, a little bit more aware. But y'all prove every day that being born with a vagina simply means that you were born with a vagina. Either you have it or you don't. And it doesn't matter what's between your legs. It matters what's in here and what's in here. Y'all prove that every day. I wanted to give y'all that. I wanted to believe that having a vagina somehow made you a little bit more conscious, a little bit more present, a little bit more aware, because you have to go through this. A lot of y'all go through the birthing process. A lot of y'all have this mothering energy. And because my foremothers were built different. My grandmother, when she left here, my grandmother respected me as who I was. My grandmother saw me. My grandmother called me she before she left here. So it don't matter what none of you funny looking Negroes say about me. The women in my family, my mother whose vagina that I sit up inside of for 9 months calls me she, calls me daughter, calls me goddess. My mother, whose vagina that I sit up inside of for 9 months. And let's make this clear. I sat inside a pussy for 9 months. Why? I'm looking at y'all, I'm looking at niggas saying, why you not in touch with your feminine side? Why you not more of a woman? Nigga, the first place you lived in was a pussy. The first place you lived in was a vagina, bookie boo. How come you not more in touch with your feminine side? How come you're not more connected to your divine feminine? How come you're not more connected to your first home was a pussy, nigga? Y'all looking at me like I'm weird and like I'm confused. I'm looking at you the same way, boo. I sat in a pussy for 9 months. Why the fuck wouldn't I be pussy? A dick don't make me. Dick and balls don't make me. Obviously. What happened? Girl, stop. And a lot of you females, you're so insecure with yourself and worshiping patriarchy and worshiping them halfling dicks and getting them halfling dicks inside of you has screwed up your connection with the divine. It screwed you up so bad that you can't think straight because you keep getting that halfling cum inside you. You keep getting them halfling DL downloads. You keep giving your energy to the punky archy. You're laying down with beings who have not embraced themselves completely. You're laying down with beings who have not accepted their wholeness. You're laying down with beings who have not embraced the divine feminine inside themselves. You're sleeping with halflings. And you're continuing to reduce yourself and you're continuing to deteriorate and you're projecting that onto the beings that actually know who they are. You're projecting. And it's very telling of your sex life. It's very telling of the kind of semen, the kind of spirit that you're taking into your body. It's very telling of the things that you're consuming. It's very telling of the things that you're communing with. It's very telling. It's very telling. Then some of you ain't getting no dick at all. You just laid up with other women, eating each other out, munching on each other carpets. You ain't playing the whole tape either. Because y'all done fabricated a reality. You done fabricated a false reality where the masculine part, it don't even exist. You done made up your own reality. You licking and lapping on each other. Licking and lapping and lying to each other. Not saying all y'all doing it, but a lot of you are. Licking and lapping and lying. Licking, lapping, and lying. And lying. Lick, lap, and lie. Lick, lap, and lie. Lick, lap, and lie. That's what's going on. Some of you licking, lapping, and lying, and some of you laying down with halflings. But it's all halfling energy, to be clear. And let's be clear, I lay down with my halflings too. Because that's all y'all breeding. That's all y'all making. That's all you're pushing out your body is halflings. That's all we got to choose from. Thanks to y'all. Thanks to y'all. Because that's what y'all pushing out your body. Bringing halflings here. So when I lay down, I got to lay down with a halfling too. But that's why I got all this art around me. That's why I got all these stories around me. That's why I published and wrote a book. So that I could be reminded in the midst of the foolishness that y'all have orchestrated to remember who I am, to not get lost when I do lay down with a halfling because I'm trying to please this flesh. Hi, Kaneen. I'm so happy that you're doing this commentary. I will keep it short and sweet. I'm a black woman. I truly respect you, and I have love for you and your spirit. Stay you. Thank you, Thinkstress. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. I was just thinking about this exact same thing last night about the altering of our code by that man-made Nazi virus HIV. Yes, they are altering our DNA. And that is why when I fast, I stop taking that shit and I don't have sex. I don't have sex and I stop taking that shit and I drink my teas and I try to cleanse myself and I try to purge myself so I can have balance in this matrix because there it is. Because we supposed to been tapped into our powers. Right about now, I should be levitating. Right about now, telekinesis should be happening. They knew what they was doing, infecting us. They knew what they was doing, making sure we got that. Because I'd be doing this to some of these elitists, to some of these white supremacists. Because even now, I say things and it happened just like that. I think things and it happened just like that. That's why I try not to focus on too much. When I be mad and when I be feelings away, I try not to focus on it too much because I know me. I literally will think a thought in my mind and I want it to go that way, and that's exactly how it will go. So I try not to use that I'm responsible with that gift because I know that's a gift that I have. And it would be much more stronger if they wasn't playing with my DNA. I'm not fooled by the fact that my DNA is being played with. I know what's going on. Grand Rising Golden Queen. That's stupid as heck. I won't allow that man control me. I don't care about nothing hateful he says. Earth, legal, pigskin reflections, and representative. They will do, believe, and eat up like pigs at the trough anything he has to say, anything he tells them. I was just done when I saw this black woman sit in front of the camera with a straight face and look at the camera and say, if this man tell us if I was done. I'm looking at a black woman, a black mother, a black ancestor. Look at hundreds of people because she had 140 something people on the live, and she looked dead in that camera and she said, I'm not going to go against the president. It be your own people. I set up and I've gotten into shows like um The Family Business, and I know that that's toxic. I'm toxic. I know it's toxic watching shows where black people killing other black people and where black people doing toxic things to black people. We talk about the music all the time, but we don't talk about the content. I know a lot of Tyler Perry TV shows are toxic. I know shows like The Family Business is toxic. I know that the shows that 50 Cent was making, I know all of that's toxic. We do not need to be looking at shows where black people are killing other black people and black people are warring with other black people over money. But part of the reason why I watch it is because it keeps me not to be delusional about thinking that the enemy is just Caucasian people and thinking that this is all about race. So I watch the content because it reminds me that every black person ain't trying to sing kumbaya with each other. We is really it's just really not what we want it to be. So I watch the content, and I know that I'm feeding myself toxic narratives. But my, in my defense, part of it is me reminding myself that this is not about black and white. This is literally about people who value elitism, people who value capitalism, people who think that they're inherently better than other people because they play the game better, because they blend in better, because they go along with what's expected of them, because they've assimilated better. It's people who think that they're superior literally because they align with what the oppressor is doing. So I watch these shows to remind myself. I gagged at the character that David Banner, who was just, his whole platform years ago, he was raising up the consciousness and he was showing us how black people is this and black people is that, and he was teaching us, that the white man is doing this and the white man is doing that. And you take a role in the show and you play this person who is going into people's establishments and killing them because you want money and power. Like how could your integrity allow you to take a role? Y'all say it's acting, but this is shaping the consciousness of future generations. And so for you to take a role, I ain't gonna lie, sit up there and watch the whole damn season. But when I was watching it, I was saying, damn, David Banner, like you was supposed to be like on some conscious stuff. Like I might watch it, but I'm not going to play that role. I'm not going to embody that role. I'm not going to embody the role of a person who is harming black people, who is so money hungry and who's so power thirsty that I play the role of someone. You cannot get me to immortalize myself in that light. I don't care if you paying me. I don't care if it's just an acting job. You cannot. No one could call me right now and say we want you to play this villain who will. That is going to be your role. It's going to be the villain. If the character does not have redemption, if the character is not going to change at some point, if the character is not going to have a spiritual awakening, if the character is not going to have this moment where they figure out that what they're doing is wrong and harmful, I don't want to play that role. You will not immortalize me in that light. That's what integrity looks like. You're not just going to have me around here playing someone killing black people. You're not going to have me around. If you make me wealthy, if you make me rich, if you make me powerful, you're pay me to be a monster in my own community. But y'all worried about trans people, but the most insidious and the most diabolical things that are happening in our community, y'all accept it because they're aligning with what's between their legs. Y'all accept the murder, you accept the harm, you accept the violence, you accept the negativity, you accept the destruction, you accept the chaos. All that has to happen is the presentation has to align with the genitalia. Y'all are simple and basic as fuck, and that's ridiculous. You are the shame of our most ancient ancestors. Y'all try to paint us out to be the shame, but the divine is whole. The divine is both the mother and the father. It says it in the Bible that you read. It says they made man and woman in their image. They made both male and female in their image. Baby, my wholeness is the reflection of the divine. My consciousness, the way that I show up, I am more like the divine than you damn. Up is down and down is up. Up is down and down is up. A lot of women, Anadia said, a lot of women allow men to control and set the standard on everything about them, especially their vaginas. And this the gag. Don't get me wrong. Child, if I met a person who presented as male, like presented as male, but treated me, saw me as an equal, respected me, and really saw me as equal and really stood by me and was really willing to ride for me, oh child, I would be the epitome of femininity. What we say is femininity, excuse me. I'm still gonna have my moments because if you come out your bag and me and my partner together and you come out the bag, my partner just gonna have to respect the game. Cause if I feel like you ain't got it by yourself, everybody's showing up. Tila, Kaneen, Antoine, bitch, we all coming. Bitch, everybody coming. Bitch, if it's up, bitch. And all of them coming. Kaneen, Tila, and Antoine, bitch, we all coming. We're all coming. I'm going to try to play it cool. I'm going to try to keep it cute. I'm going to try to be. But if I feel like you ain't got it by yourself, we all coming. Everybody coming to the party. We all coming. The whole tribe, all the ancestors, they all coming. What's up? That's how my Gemini set up. I'm going to try. He got it. But if I see you ain't got it, if I feel like you ain't got it, we all coming. And that's period. That's on period. But I be seeing videos where, like on YouTube, I follow this one black woman and she is so beautiful. She real chocolate, and her husband is cute, and he got dreads, and she cook for him, and she be dressed nice every time she cooks. She be so pretty, and she be so feminine, and she have her hair done and everything, and you could tell she work out and take care of herself. But like in front of the camera, she just be so feminine in the way that she cook. Everything be so clean and everything be so in order, and she looks so soft and she looks so feminine, and she cooked for her king, and I live for all that. But I've never met a being that I felt was worthy of that type of treatment. Never met nobody since I've come into consciousness of wholeness, into my full consciousness and my full awareness. I've never met a being that made me that I felt was worthy of that type of treatment. But if I met somebody who saw me, somebody who was like, you know, honored the mother and the father, who believed in balance, who believed in wholeness, who believed that, feminine beings had just as much right to power and could hold power and are strong and capable and didn't judge you based off of what you was between your legs, and really just saw your soul and just respected you and wasn't a coward and wasn't ashamed and wasn't hiding, and you know what I'm saying? Like if I met a being that was that real, that true, that confident, that capable, that intelligent, that powerful, oh child, that would bring out my soft side. Y'all would be like, girl, look what Kaneen give me. Okay, she calling herself Kaneen, but it's giving queen. Where is the king at? Okay, girl. Girl, where is the other side there, girl? It's really giving, it's really giving soft, girl. It's really giving cunty, girl. But that's because that being has earned that. That being has earned that submissiveness, that softness. Because now I know I don't have to always be ready. I don't always have to take the lead. I be tired sometimes. Sometimes I just want to fall apart. Sometimes I want to be helpless. Y'all see it sometimes in front of the camera. Y'all are literally my safe space. This is where I break down and cry at. And it be mostly my sisters on here holding me up, other girls like me who post-op, who done had bottom surgery in some shape, form, or fashion. Y'all literally be that space for me. But you need to have that moment where you could be vulnerable, where you can be soft, where you can break down, where you can fall apart and know somebody got you. I ain't never met no person who called themselves a man that had me like that. My uncle, my uncle and my daddy, they have created that space for me, but that's not a sexual thing. Like I want somebody to see me in that way, but we could get it in. We could make love. And they're just not people like that. And there's one person that I have a bond with like that who I feel like really, really see me and love me. But this nigga married. And so we've never been able to physically be together because he's married. But we have a beautiful bond, beautiful connection. I could talk to him about anything. I know he see me. He's really like we really have a beautiful bond, but we can't be together physically because I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. I will not sleep with a married man and I know he love his wife. But that's the only person who I really feel like see me because he do things for me. He look out for me. He helped me. Like he's done so much for me. But we've never been romantically, physically with each other because he's married. And so the world is crazy because it's like we was talking about it after I got off the live the other day. You know, I'm so happy for one of my sisters because she married and you could tell her husband see her. You could tell he respects her. You could just tell he want to see her flourish and thrive as the person that she is. And then my other sister, she was telling me that she found somebody, and he see her like you want to be seen. Like I don't want that's part of the reason why I struggled with really like resting in my femininity and my look. That's why I went through this androgynous phase and people were saying that I was confused, but I wasn't confused because men are so programmed to this day, like those beings are so programmed to present yourself. They have this idea of supposed to maneuver and how you're supposed to act based on how you present. And so by me looking extremely feminine like this, they'll expect for everything I do to be it's a prototype of how you're supposed to act when you look like this. And I'm never going to fall into that. I'm never going to be that. You're going to see Antoine if that's what you want to call it. Because the women in my family are strong. But if that's how you need to identify that energy when you see it, if you need to call it Antoine in order for it to make sense to you, then that's what it is. But I still can't top you, boo, unless I put on a strap, because ain't no dick there. I'm not climbing on your back, bro, unless you want me to get a strap. I'm not finna be digging you out unless you want me to get the strap. But you will definitely see I like camping. I like going in the woods. I like swimming. If my body wasn't so soft, I'd still be climbing fucking trees because I used to climb trees when I was little. But child, my body scrapes so damn easy now. I can't be climbing like I used to. But I love going camping. I love going into the woods. I love going swimming. I have a side of me, a sports person. I'm not really into sports, but I like nature. But I'm a Gemini. So if the person that I'm with, if it's something that they like to do, I am a type of person that I like pleasing my partner. If my partner is trying to please me and my partner is showing interest in the things that I like, genuine interest, I literally said I had to talk to somebody today online, and and I'm gonna be honest, when I went to New Orleans, because I'm going to New Orleans at the end of the month, I wanted to let my hair down. So I was gonna go to New Orleans and I was gonna go to New Orleans and cut up. I haven't been drinking, I haven't been smoking, so I said I was gonna save that opportunity. And let's be clear, it's a half a jug of liquor right over there behind the thing. I could have had me a drink the other day when I came here. I had liquor that I had from the last time. I could have had a drink already. It's right there over there, right in the room with me. But I want to be in a relationship with someone, and I want the ancestors to give me a beautiful love. I want a beautiful love. The last relationship I had, we had our ups and downs, but it was still beautiful. I knew that he loved me. I knew that he saw me. He prayed to the mother and the father with me. The ancestors gave me a brief window to show me what was possible, and I love him, and I feel like he's with me now, and I feel like he's always with me. Was so attracted to him. I was physically attracted to him. I was emotionally attracted to him. I was spiritually attracted to him. We had like an amazing chemistry. And he followed me around like a puppy dog. And he made me feel like I was the most beautiful, I felt like I was pregnant the whole while I was with him. I felt like I was carrying his child the whole while we was together. That's how motherfucking pussy this nigga made me feel. I felt like I was carrying his child the whole while we were together. Because he saw me. And when I go to New Orleans, I was going to go down there and I was going to let my hair down. But the dude that I've been talking to, I post all type of content on Instagram. I post all type of content on Facebook. I post all type of content on YouTube. On TikTok. The only time this nigga comment is when I'm shaking my ass or when I'm doing something that's sexy. This the only time this nigga comment is to sexualize me. He never come up under a post where I'm talking about something that's spiritual, intellectual, or informative. Never have no comment. But the moment I throw my ass in a circle, the moment that I'm doing something that's sexy, that's when you beautiful, oh, you sexy. So you don't see me any other time. But when my titties is hiked up and when I'm throwing my ass, that's the only time you see me. I'm not finna lay down with nobody like that. I can't keep doing that to myself. That's harming me. That's reducing me. I can't be everything that I need to be for community. I can't be everything that I need to be for myself. I can't be everything that I need to be for the beings that are looking to me for guidance. I can't be everything that I need to be if I keep laying down with beings who only see me for my flesh. And a lot of our foremothers do that. And that's why I don't want to be y'all. That's why you say, oh, you want to be me. No, the fuck I don't. No, I don't. Because I don't respect that about you. I could have a man now. If I dressed like a church woman, I didn't talk about being trans, I denied who I was, I denied my wholeness, and I said, and I pulled out a Bible and said, Jesus is on the main line, I could have a man right now. A man who will take care of me, a man who will provide for me, a man who would sit on side of me while I drug females and trans people, who would defend me while I called trans people fags and gay people fags, and I talked about women and put them down. I could have a man right now who would give me the world if I didn't talk about being trans, raise my voice up a little bit. He'll get my teeth fixed, get my nose done, and everything. He'll make me his living baby doll. Right now, all I have to do is betray everything that I believe in. All I have to do is go against it. And females, black females, do this every damn day. Go against their children, go against their siblings, go against everything that they believe in for a man to give them security and to provide for them. And I do not want to be like you. You are not my example. You are not my model. You are not my guide. I am not your reflection. Let's be clear. You are not the aspect of the divine feminine that I am emulating. Let's be clear. Ooh, child, I done had my legs like that for so long, girl. They were starting to go to sleep. Girl, it's been TMA to get to the comments. Hey, Natasha Tori, I did not know you was in here. I love you, sister. Um, our power is infinite. Try to dilute it, but it never goes away. Ashe. Um, I got loyalty and royalty inside my DNA. Kendrick, a come on, Golden Queen. She been felt that way and been using this administration as an excuse. That's right. Don't use this administration as an excuse. That's how you felt the whole time. Don't hide behind, I don't respect that. Don't hide behind Donald Trump. See, a lot of black women have been looking at us and keying off us and were entertained off us. And then they saw us getting power and making moves and coming into who we are. I'm not fixing to sit up here and act like some of the trans community. It has not been foolish. It has not been debauchery. It has not been. I have so much respect for Sun Key Angel. I think Sun Key Angel is one of the most intelligent trans women in this movement. I think that she's one of the most talented artists in the movement. I don't really care for the fact that she's always depicting herself as some type of clown, but that's a part of her brand. That's a part of her brand. So I am becoming more in a place of respecting it, but they already see us like a clown. I participate in clown shows. I will put on clown makeup and give you a clown act. That's just not gonna be, as soon as you think of Kaneen, you gonna think clown. As soon as I think of Sun Key, I think clown. Like literally, as soon as Sun Key pop up in my head, clown pop up too. And that's the part where I struggle with her brand. If she have that type of confidence, if she's in that place of self-awareness, then I can, go ahead, sis. More power to you, sis. I just wish that, cause to me, she say pick me, but the clown thing, cause I do the clown thing to kind of make fun of white supremacy. Like cause the clown face, you gotta paint your face white. So my intentions are different when I do the clown acts. Bitch, I'm actually giving you some satire, making fun of, but like to literally just live in that character as a clown, it just gives me a little bit too much of their their energy, because we never see black people seriously be clowns. Like every time I think of clowns, I think of Joker, who is a white person. I think of Harley Quinn, who is a white person. So historically, when you think of clown, you automatically think of white people. There are black clowns, but historically, when you think of clown, you automatically think of white people. Um, Shia Diamond, I feel like Shia Diamond have a lot of white friends, but she talk a lot about racism. And I don't know, I just feel like it's too center. It for me, when we do too much talk about black against white, it makes the conversation seem more race baity, and it's almost like we're trying to get white guilt instead of actually changing white people. I don't want white people to do better or do something different because they feel guilty. I want white people to understand that your privilege is not really privilege. I want you to, like, you think that you're better, but you're not better. It's like a lot of times when we constantly glorify their privilege and we constantly talk about the things that they've done to us, to me, it just feels like we're giving white people too much power. And maybe this is my ego that makes me think like that, but I don't like giving white people all that power. They did this to us, and they did that to us, and they did this to us, and white people did this. Yes, they have done some dirty stuff. Yes, white people do. They continue to. They will always. They're the babies. Babies do dumb shit. They are the last. They're the last species. They're the last part of us to evolve. They are literally still evolving. White people are the most dissected and broke down race. They are missing the most of what makes us whole as human beings. So when we play the whole tape, we understand why Caucasians do some of the things that they do. They are literally the least evolved of all of us. They have been dissected and broke down and grafted till they are just literally like barely human. Some of them, because you can be conscious and you can have depth as a Caucasian person. But for the most part, a lot of them have been so dissected and broke down. If it wasn't for all the schooling and the programming and the shit that they constantly be getting trained and groomed, and they wouldn't even much be able to hold it together. And so when I hear black people constantly, they did this to us, they did that to us, but then y'all talk about, like, it don't make any sense. How do you talk about all of this stuff that we created and all of this stuff that we invented and all of this stuff that we made and all this stuff that we done, and then y'all say they never invented anything, they never did this, they never did that? Well, how are they managing to out how if they are so behind and they so slow and they none of the things, how have they managed to keep their foot on our neck for hundreds of years? Some shit ain't adding up. So it has to be us helping them. It has to be sellouts and coons helping them, because there's no way in the world they could muster this for hundreds of years if they're so inferior to us. So really, y'all telling on y'allself. You're telling on yourself. The more you try to make them the bad guy, the more you're telling on yourself, because the math is not mathing. How are they able to do all of the stuff that they do unless somebody is helping them? Who is helping them? People who look like this. I'm not finna do that white this, white that, white this, the white that. Because if y'all not gonna play the whole tape, get out my face. If that black woman said that, she a damn fool. She said it. She said it. You go watch the last video she put in. She said it right at the end of the video. I might go and cut and copy it. I might go and screen record that and share that. She said it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can do it now.
Ain't it? That's how she got into the sector, by dragging. Okay? See, the difference in them two is Lady Law do like regular drags. You know, like she do a good job. She do, you know, but, you know, all the new news on our president, Donald Trump, besides me bringing up again, like I brought up in the very beginning, I welcome Trump and the stuff that he got going on that he want to straighten up. Because I fell into the trap of being delusional. Like, I'm literally being delusional. Like, I'm becoming delusional to the point I'm saying, I must fight this man for this woman, and the woman is really a man with dick and balls. I can't do it no more. For the tea ladies, I love y'all. But guess what? I love me first. I love me most. I will still do the pronouns, but when the president put in order and say every gender is going to be the gender that you're born with, I'm going to have to do what the president of the United States of America say. If you was born a man, I must call you a he. I will not go against the president. You're going to have to understand that. Okay? So that's all the news I got for today. I don't have too much more. I want to.
With a Nefertiti, I want you to get into the fact.
Thank you guys for coming through.
That she have a Nefertiti. She have a Nefertiti symbol in the middle of her chest. Did you see the Nefertiti symbol? Not you got Nefertira in the middle of your bosom. Nefertira, which means the beautiful one has come. And not you're on the internet doing ugly shit with Nefertiti in the middle of your bosom. The beautiful one has come. Not you on the internet. You heard it. Did you hear what I heard? You heard what I heard, right? We all heard the same thing. Did we all hear the same thing? Did we all hear the same thing? Did you hear what I hear? I will not go against my president. You heard what she said. It's healthy as well in sharing their stories. Got his flowers at the Grammys. Happy my dude got his flowers at the Grammys. Who got their flowers at the Grammys? I wouldn't say they have toxic narratives, but there's a way, but that is where they came from. It's like it's like writing is art. Yeah, but for the most part, it's toxic, sister. Like we not gonna like it's not enough balance in the stories. Like the stories are pure entertainment, pure chaos. Is not enough. Like storytelling is not balanced enough. And the only and how they try to create a high road is they throw the church in it. And automatically when they go to church and they pray to the Father and they sit in their church and they do that, that's supposed to be the spiritual part. That's supposed to be the high road. That's supposed to be the highlight. And they don't even do the church no more. It don't even be no church scenes in there no more. Like it's just what makes it toxic is that there's not a balance. It's literally people cheating on their partners, people cheating on their wives, people killing each other, people worshiping money, people worshiping drugs, people worshiping clothes. There is not any you don't see any fasting, you don't see any deep level consciousness, you don't see any healing, you don't see any accountability. You it's that's what makes it toxic is that there's not a balance. I'm not saying that those worlds cannot exist, but when you're not having a full conversation, when you're not weaving together the worlds, you continue to create that division. You continue to create these silo communities that promote division, and we cannot heal collectively and have any type of real movement. That's what's wrong with black people. You can't say you represent black people when you only represent elitists, when you only represent capitalists, when you only represent people who identify with patriarchy and people who identify with transphobia and homophobia, when you only represent self-hate. Like you cannot say you represent black people if you don't represent all of it, and that is toxic. We can't. You can't give me a caramel. You can't give me a cup of shit and tell me it's a caramel frappe. You represent black people if you really only represent elitist, transphobic, capitalist black people. Say, call it what it is. I represent capitalism. I represent elitism, and I represent black people who align with the current system. Call it what it is, but don't sit up here and say you represent black people and try to make everybody who doesn't fit into what you think is black, everybody who doesn't fit into your idea of blackness, you're trying to shun them when really you legit the problem. And storytelling like that and art like that perpetuates and affirms the toxicness. Storytelling has to be more complex. Storytelling has to be more multifaceted. Storytelling has to have more nuance because Black people are nuance. Black people can come at you in all shapes, forms, and fashion. We were literally talking about Black people who are passe blanc, which literally means passe means you can pass. Blanc means white. Passe blanc. You're literally passe blanc. Like we can literally show up in any form. A black person can come to you as white and you wouldn't even know it. We are shapeshifters. We are multifaceted, multicultural, multidimensional beings. And our storytelling has to reflect that. You can't keep giving a small a subgroup within a subgroup within a subgroup and trying to claim the whole fucking a sector of blackness. That's what's wrong with the movement. It's not enough capacity. It's not enough space. It's not enough range. We have people who are gatekeeping the movement, and the path in is so narrow. If you don't have the capacity, you don't need to be a leader. You don't need to be up at the front. Sit your ass down. Get to the back of the line. If you ain't ready to deal with everything that blackness is, if you don't have the capacity to deal with everything that blackness entails, then get your ass to the back of the line. Stop trying to represent black people when you can't represent black people. Stop speaking for black people. Speak for what you really is. Speak for who you really are. Speak for your group. Stop calling that shit black. Now Zeus Network is a different level of toxic. Throwing your own people under the bus for massa is the golden ticket for success, but a setup for your downfall. Exactly. Yes, I yes, I'm in playing her. LOL. If you can't detach from the character, it's not good. I was shocked to see him play that role though. That's why I stopped doing prevention work, because they just want to use me to make a mockery of my lived experience and community. The hypocritical talk about it, they integrity be there at first until an opportunity um, mm, unstable them, then they fold. Yeah, yeah. Something come and a shift happen in their finances, and they be ready to make justifications to go after it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, humiliation rituals and the need to feed socioeconomic engineer flesh and ego. You better speak it up in this comment section. And black people doing humiliation rituals. We good at that. We simple minded motherfuckers, pretty much. A lot of black halflings are a disgrace and a great shame of our people. And we got so many halflings. So many halflings. Like I we supposed to be the original beings, baby. When I tell you we have perfected the art of halflingism. Can I say that again? We have perfected, black people have perfected the art of halflingism under this here punkyarchy. It's real. It's real. And these pygmishas, and these delulumays, girl, it's okay not to be okay. Naturally there, and maybe that's why I get used. I'm grateful to be in this space for real. Ashe, people are not meant to be monogamous. And I think that monogamy is for some people, because some people are afraid to, some people just want to, exchange. And then sometimes maybe you're meant to be monogamous for a season. But I definitely think that we have to be secure enough in ourselves to understand and to have grace for our partners when one of us does goes outside of the union, because who knows, I could be entering a season of my life where I want to focus more on my art, and my art is causing me to travel. I want to focus more on building Laylim Laylur as a nation, and that's causing me to be taken away from my partner. And my partner may have certain physical needs that I can't meet. I don't want to be so immature and so caught up in my own ego and my emotions that to be able to go out and have those needs met, as long as my partner can be responsible and still protect me, not add anything to what I already got, and not bring anybody into our life that's going to try to destroy what we're building, that is going to be jealous and going to be envious and going to try to destroy what we're building. Like, use some discernment, use some wisdom if you do need to step outside of the relationship and have some physical needs met. Amen, a woman. Like, I want to be mature enough to have that grace. I don't want to be so immature that I'm making my partner deny themselves or not allowing my partner to be able to go and have their needs met because I'm trying to pursue this. I'm trying to run after this. I need for us to be able to talk. I need for us to be able to communicate, because if we really moving together, if we really as one, then I'm supposed to understand that. And maybe if my partner is not giving me what I need because the shoe is on the other foot and they trying to handle some things and I'm not getting what I need to be able to communicate with my partner and say to my partner, hey, I might meet a female that I'm attracted to. If my partner got a penis, look at some cat, my partner ain't got no cat. I might want to go and lick, I might want to go lick and laugh. I might meet somebody that I really, really just hit it off with and I want to have that moment with. 69 and eating each other out. I might want to have that moment and not feel judged about it. But communication has to happen. Marriage is a part of control. I wish that we didn't have to be married to one person. I wish we could marry multiple people. I wish that I wish that in the queer community we could adopt our children. We could adopt the ones that we claim as children, because a lot of times we take care of them. We support partners that we can't marry because you can only marry one. I think that that's how you build nation. That's how you build community, when you, because the government has to give tax breaks to bigger families. So I wish that it was legal to marry more people, and I wish that it was legal for queer people to adopt their family and to legally tie themselves to their family, so that we could be able to get the tax breaks and the support that we need to be able to build community, because we've had to do this without the support of the government. So I really wish that if I wanted to marry 3 people, I could marry 3 people. If I wanted to adopt every person that I've called my child, so that I could get that written off on my taxes, so that I could get them tax breaks, I wish that the queer community, we could legally adopt, we could legally tie ourselves to each other, so that we could have the breaks from the government that we need to sustain ourselves, because a lot of times we've been making ends meet without any support from the government. And them little SSI checks they give us, and then them little food stamps they give us, we really be still having to do other things to make ends meet. So they ain't doing nothing but giving us the crumbs that's done fell off a master table. Then y'all have the audacity to try to throw them crumbs in our face. Like, be for real. Like, be for real. Like, be for real. It's not enough to show up for your loved ones and to show up for community. You know what I'm saying? Like we be trying to do, and we be making that stuff work even without the legal support that a lot of these nuclear families have. A lot of the legal support that these nuclear heterosexual binary families get. And now the gay couples and stuff. But I think that we should be able to marry more people, and I think that we should be able to adopt our queer children. I'd rather be a rich widow. Okay, give me the coins and just go on here about your business. And pure love, facts. But in times, monogamy is needed. Yeah, because it helps to focus and center the energy. It helps you to know who you are and who you're dealing with. When you're dealing with too many people at one time, child, sometimes it's hard to know what's what. And then, as I said earlier in the video, we already dealing with halflings. You taking on all that halfling energy. And if you're not taking the time to meditate and center yourself, you're allowing your sometimes it's succubus energy happening. A lot of us think that the top or the man cannot be a succubus. Men can be succubuses too. And when you're doing sex work and you're going out and you're being with these men and you're allowing these men to climb on top of you and to dump their frustrations and their stress, and they had a rough day at work, they got demoted, they got into it with their wife, they mad about child support, this nigga just got out of prison, one of his hustles that he had coming to, and is a release for that energy. If you are not a energy worker, you are not an energy worker. If you are not conscious of what is happening, then you are exposing yourself and making yourself vulnerable. And so having multiple partners and you don't know how to work with that energy, you don't know how to transmute that energy, you don't know how to turn straw into gold, you don't know how to make lemons into lemonade, you don't know how to do that, and you're laying down with these partners, that is counterproductive and it's not effective. Yeah, we need monogamy is needed. Unstable people that will try to destroy anything that is good and whole, right? Trust and integrity are so important to me. My pH balance needs monogamy. I felt that 100% pure love. That lady said, my pH balance it needs monogamy. And I used to be more into polyamory, but right now, um, with all these halflings running around, it's just so much halfling energy. I cannot, like, I'm powerful, but I'm not taking on all that halfling energy at one time. It does something to the psyche, it does something to the spirit. These halflings, child, and it's hard to transmute that energy. It's not a piece of cake for me. I haven't gotten to that level. One thing that I'm better at now, though, spiritually and esoterically, I'm better with crowds. I used to couldn't handle being in crowds. Crowds used to overwhelm me, but now I love crowds because I get a buzz. The energy, it fuels me now. I know what to do with it. I can handle crowds. But at one time, crowds, when I was younger, I used to love crowds and love attention. Then I went through this phase of where I didn't like crowds because the energy started shifting and it started to feel off for me. And I couldn't handle like large crowds. But now I know how to pull the energy. I know how to get me a little light snack. But I give it back though, because I give L. I don't just keep it. I give it back L. That's what my lives are. That's what my platforms are. Like I return the energy. I don't just be around here harnessing energy, just hogging energy, just hoarding energy. I do give it back. So, but when I'm in crowds, I used to be really, really uncomfortable with large crowds. But now, child, I get me a little buzz, honey. But yeah, I want to be with one person so that we could really, really get it down pat. And then maybe down the line, if we wanted to introduce or have a third, or someone who could participate every so often, perhaps. But it's not really like if I could find somebody, or meet somebody, or somebody could come to me, yeah, it's not mandatory to have a third. Um, they be trying it without the strap. At this point, I'm at peace with not having a Prince Charming. Ashe. I climb trees too. Okay, Natasha. It will scratch so good. I ride bikes. Okay. I like to ride bikes too. I like bugs. Okay. hmm I like a little bit of sports. I like activities. Nature brings out a special type of peace and silence. This world doesn't bring it all. Downloads. And I receive so much clarity when I'm in nature. Like nature, I have to go back to the South. That's why I have to be in the South. I can't be in New York all the time. I have to be in the South. The trees and the air and going into nature, just being exposed. I need that. That's a part of me. My ancestors, they will cut up. I will go into depression if you give me too much city life, city life, city life, city life. I can't do it 365 days a year. I cannot. Yeah, lust minded. Yeah, a lot of them. That sex talk gets old fast. Right, it does. He wants the flesh, not the information. That's right. He just and I don't want to be with nobody like that. Like I'm past that. They say most men, the capacity. Yeah, they most of them don't have the capacity to love for real, for real. And that's sad. It's the programming. That's why they like all of. That's why most of them be wanting to be with each other. They be trying to say we men like them. They be trying to say we just like them. No, we not. Like y'all literally. And I gotta stop clicking like on all this homosexual content. Cause I click like on a couple of gay men videos because it'd be funny and it'd be entertainment. Then the next thing you know, I'm getting sucked into conversations about topping and bottoming. And every time you look around, it's like um um gay content popping up on my timeline. And I'm like, this is what you get for clicking like on one punk video. Cause now all that's coming on your timeline is punk videos. Like you getting too. I'm not trying to be able to do a dissertation on gay men's lives. I don't, and I blame myself because I clicked like on one too many, and now the algorithm is just shoving it in my face. Yesterday, I was like, some stuff came up on my timeline. I was like, girl, made me want to just delete the app and just start all over. It's just some things I'm just good on. Like I don't need to be able to give a dissertation on that. Most men are sex programmed and it's sad and ridiculous. Men be that's because they watch so much porn. Them motherfuckers live porn. Men be so limited. They expect us to be sex demons like them because we are a male, right? Because we were assigned male at birth. They think that that's all we want to do is sit around and have the whole half and in between, all like Nookie as the key to the sacred divine harlot. Wait, hold on. I had to put that on. Wait, da 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 da. Yeah, one of the five divine femme archetypes. Yeah, the harlot is important. The harlot is sacred. I ain't gonna never hate on her. Like she is sacred, but the sacred harlot knew what she was doing. She knew that she was a sorceress, and she knew that she was an energy worker. That now that's the sacred harlot. She need to know what she doing. She need to know what she getting into. Don't just be out here all willy nilly laying with these men and not knowing what you getting into. And you have to understand that the ancient harlot was actually dealing with manifestations, not the D-man, which is the D manifestation. The ancient harlots were dealing with whole ones. Okay, the most sacred and ancient harlot, they were dealing with manifestations, and you deal with a being who knows that I am my mother and my father, I'm whole. Baby, that seed hit different. But we live in a reality where these Delulumes and these Delulumes who worship the Punkiarchy, the halflings who want them to suppress their divine mass, who want them to suppress their connection to the divine feminine, and want them to come in suppressing their connection to the divine feminine, and don't want to see that being be whole, don't want to see that being be a whole manifestation, because it intimidates them. It intimidates them. It makes them feel less instead of more. Instead of them being proud, instead of them celebrating that connection and having the space for it, they shame it, and they reduce that manifestation to the D man, which is the D manifestation. And then he lies with her, and he fills her with that D man seed, that D manifestation, that halfling seed. And so she becomes less whole as well. And so it's just a continuing cycle of deterioration of the chromosomes. See, what they had to do with us, they had to give us the HIV medication to deteriorate our DNA. But these halflings, they literally are mentally they're literally mindful the deterioration of their consciousness, the deterioration of their wholeness. So they don't even need the HIV meds. They ain't got to trick them with vaccines, and they ain't got to give them HIV meds. But if they is getting the vaccines and the HIV meds, they even worse off. But see what they had to do with whole ones like me, they had to give me the meds. They had to put me on the meds. I had to get in that trick bag because you couldn't get me here. So you had to play with my blood. You had to play with my DNA. But my ancestors got me. How about that? Mm-hmm. They want us to be the sex dolls. They want a man. They want a man brain, a male brain with tits on the top that will worship cock. That's right. I'm going to say that again. They want a male brain with tits on the top that will worship cock. That's right. That's right. The church gonna want you. The church gonna want you to uncover eventually. Mm, I'm gonna need you to break that one down for me, Natasha. The church gonna want you to uncover eventually. Okay, assimilate, go into hiding. Yeah, the church will accept you too if you go into hiding. Yeah, the church will accept you if you play their role. They crave titties at the top and dick at the bottom, and they want you to think like that. They want you to think like that. Let's be clear. They want you because as long as you worship in that dick, you're not a threat to the patriarchy. You're not a threat to the brotherhood. You know your value. Thank you, Thinkstress. There are men's men, and the women want to tap into their feminine divine. And I would love to be able to tap into, some of these men's divine feminine, some of these whole manifestations, like who rests in his masculinity, but is comfortable with his femininity and not threatened by mine. because a lot of them, they're just tapping into their femininity because we wield our femininity so powerfully and so comfortably. It makes them feel uncomfortable because they feel inferior when they're around us. And that's when they start projecting and saying little slick shit, because he is comfortable with his femininity, but he hasn't done the work of being able to honor you for where you are in your being, where you are in consciousness. So because he feels intimidated, he'll say things. And cis women do this too. Females do it too. They like, how the fuck you was born with a penis and you channeling more of the divine feminine than me. Bitch, where the fuck they do this at? And I'm not gonna lie, to a certain degree, I could understand why that would be offensive with the limited understanding that a lot of them have in a patriarchal society where it's only two or three scriptures they use to talk about a woman in the church. They talk about the virtuous woman. They may tell the story of the woman who went before the king and asked for permission. What her name was, Esther. They may tell Esther's story. They may tell Naomi's story. They'll tell the story about Mary. They'll tell a couple of stories about the harlot. But it's not really a lot of information in the Bible about women. And so, I could understand the limited capacity that Christian women would have, when they meet a being who was born with a penis, who was born with dick and balls, and who channel more of the divine feminine than them. I know they'd be like, but girl, it's because you keep laying down with all these demands. These demands done screwed you up. Then some of y'all, again, you not laying with the demands. You over here licking and lapping, and you doing so much licking and lapping with another woman that you literally trying to put down everything that was born with a penis. You literally feel like you superior to everything with a penis because you over here licking and lapping. You over here with your face constantly buried in some cooch. And so you low key hate everything that was born with a penis. You low key is bitter about everything that was born with a penis. So neither one of y'all got balance. You over here licking and lapping and munching, and you hate penis. And then you over here can't get enough gorging on halflings. There's no balance. A lot of beings that were born with vaginas gotta find balance, and they have not found balance. Either you over here licking and lapping and crunching munch, love at first bite, uh, chewing and just good goobly gumdrops, just over here, just kind of language to your tongue about to fall off, and you don't have no balance. So you over here, you eating so much coochie, you can't stand it. You just literally hate them. You think everybody born with a penis is beneath you and less than you. And then you got the other ones that just over here, just about to choke on the dick. Just go, it's going in and out all of the holes. I saw a video the other day where a female was like, she said, if you eat ass, don't text my phone, call it. And it was everybody, it was a whole bunch of females in the comment section having a conversation about men eating their ass. And I'm like, when a man talk about eating my booty, it turned me off. Because I already know if you eating my booty, 9 times out of 10, you want some booty hole. And I be trying not to give up no booty hole. And so when dudes start talking about eating ass and start talking about booty, I start looking at him like that, like the I wants it. I sees what I wants. Now we can do this here the hard way, or we could do this here the easy way. But I wants what I wants. I start thinking about the booty warrior. When they start talking about eating booty, it triggered me. Because bitch, I'd have laid on the table and got cut on 89,000 times for you to be talking about uh, 5 types of divine feminine facts. I got This what I don't understand with Daza. She said, "Why can't VS give her opinion like you're giving yours?" Who said she couldn't give her opinion? Like, where in this video is anyone saying that she cannot give her opinion? Make that comment make sense. Who said that she couldn't give her opinion? I'm saying I don't support it. And she don't have to support mine. You don't either. You don't even have to watch this. But we're on here, we're on this platform, we're in the hour and 40 minutes that I have been talking. Have I said that VS Icon cannot give her opinion? I'm making it clear that I don't support it. And I'm also saying that don't hide behind Donald Trump. If that's how you feel, don't use the president to say how you feel. Talking about you not gonna go against the president. I want y'all to actually use the brain cells that you have when you asking questions, because that was not an intelligent question. That was not an intelligent question. You said, why can't VS Icon give her opinion like you're giving yours? Where in any time on this video have I said that that lady could not speak her piece? What I said was, again, I don't support it, and don't use Donald Trump to say how you've always felt. Don't hide behind Donald Trump. Where's the confusion? What part are we not understanding? I love Sunky. I grew up watching her. I didn't appreciate her joining the industry because she's so much better than that. Exactly. And it's like she needs that validation. And this has not shade. She's definitely changed, because me and her, when she first came out before she went to California, me and her talked all the time. When she went to California, we stopped talking. So you can't tell me you did not shift. Me and her used to talk all. She used to be in my comment section on Facebook all the time. I would be in her comment section on her Facebook page all the time. She went to California and she changed. When she became a part of the industry and she started trying to be on the red carpet and she started trying to go to the awards and all that, that was when I saw a shift. I'm not going to still say that she's not intelligent. I'm not going to still say she's not deep. I'm not going to still say she's not an amazing artist, storyteller. I'm not going to take that from her, but there was a shift. And it's a gag because we work with one of the same producers, all right, Slash, and he literally said, you and her should work together. I didn't cut communication with her. She's probably heard me say some things that she didn't like. But child, I see you do shit I don't like all the time. That don't mean I'm gonna stop fucking with you. Like I still click like on Summer Sun Key posts. She never engaged with mine though. I still go on her page from time to time and click like on her shit. Same thing with Shia, because I'm genuinely curious about where your life is heading and what you're doing. I don't stalk and something I like and it moves me. I might scroll, but when I see something that interests me, you're gonna know I was there because I'll leave an emoji and a comment. I know Sunky Angel not personally. I mean, I saw her in videos on here. I understand it's not a good look. Five divine archetypes are wild women, dark goddess, high priestess, the sorceress, and the empress. Yeah, I'm the sorceress. I think I connect with all of them though, because I definitely connect with wild women. I try to suppress the dark goddess. Definitely a high priestess in there. Definitely an empress in there. I'll be doing a live on this. What make them a clown? What makes them a clown, sis? Um, what makes who a clown? I don't think Sanki is a clown. She literally does the clown. She that's what she's doing now. She's doing the clown. Like she always dressed like the clown. She do the big wig. She do the clown face. She do the clown. She literally like I'm not making this up. Like if you go and watch her videos, she been doing a lot of the clown. She been doing a lot of the clown. It's become a thing. The clown has become a thing. It's really become a thing. Um, the performance. Everyone has their purpose and their fight. I agree. Quiet as kept. White people would never exist if it wasn't for us. But that's another topic, Chael. Exactly. That's why they going off about RFK talking about we have better immune systems. It's true, but we don't want to accept it. Right. 100% pure love, very giving. Some of us, right? That RFK rhetoric is dangerous. I got to Google RFK because I've been seeing that. So, what does RFK stand for? Who is VS Icon? So, she is a being who was born female, who has a YouTube channel, who I have collaborated with, or who we have done content with each other in the past. And we met each other through um, our shared views about T.S. Madison. And, since Trump has got into office, her views about trans people have become. At first, it was kind of murky. I thought that she just didn't like trans people who did shady shit, which was understandable because I don't like females who do shady shit. So, you know, there's bad apples in the whole bunch. But now she's saying she's not going against her president, and she's gonna call all trans women he, um, because that's what the president calls them, and that gagged me. I was gagged. We have the inf- highest infant mortality rate because they don't believe black women feel pain. The sellouts been working with them even before slavery, right? Human beings need human beings need vaccines and medications regardless of race. Um so in this reality, I will say that I feel like vaccines and medications are necessary due to everything that they're doing to the food, everything that they're doing to the air. So they're creating the problems that's making us need them. I would have to disagree and say that if we were not in this simulated makeshift reality, it's the genetics, it's the breeding, it's all of that plays a part. It's how we're being bred. It's who, like there has to be genetic testing done because so much damage is being done. Like, yeah, I feel like, I might need a vaccine here and there. I might need some medication here and there. But who put me in the position to need it though? that caused me to need it? Who created the diseases in laboratories? Who created the turbulence that caused me to need the medications and the vaccines? Because I took the first 2 shots of COVID, but I haven't taken a flu shot in I haven't taken a flu shot in years. And I'm rarely sick. I count on one hand how many times I've been sick. I never had COVID. Even when I was fasting and I was off of my HIV meds for 9 months and my system was extremely vulnerable, I never got COVID. Never had it. Thank you, God Goddess. Only reason why I took the vaccines is because I wanted to work and they were requiring it at my job. So I took the first 2, but I didn't take any more after that. And then I fasted immediately after that. But I think that they create a reality that causes some of us to need it. And I do think that some of us need vaccines and medications more than others because our bodies are more vulnerable because of the DNA, because of how we're bred, because of what they're exposing us to. Yeah. There's a lot of things that go into play. It's not a black and white. It's not a one size fits all. It's definitely a case by case situation, but a lot of it has to do with breeding, environment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm so glad I didn't bring anything here. I didn't bring any. I didn't bring any children here. 100% yes, but we still have better immune systems that should be an excuse to kill us, though that's how they flip it. They they know it's true, but they use it to their advantage. Yeah, but they are working, to because I see both sides of it. To 100% pure love's point, because I definitely agree with you, Aaron. But to 100% love's point, they have compromised our immune systems so much through the vaccines, through the medications, through the foods, through the pollution of the air, through the contamination of the water. They've done so much to us to make us dependent and to compromise our immune system through the fast food, through the cold drinks and the sodas and just the clothes, the weave, everything we all of it's contaminated. It's all those intentions and all that energy. Like we are a far cry. People always talking about I'm not my ancestors, but in some cases you wish you was, because our ancestors had access to real food that grew on trees. They grew their own fruits. They grew their own vegetables. They sold their own clothes. They drank from well water, which is why a lot of times they let these Caucasians who were white supremacists and racists get away with so much because they were so in tune with nature. They knew in the long run all of this stuff was going to fall apart. It really just didn't matter because they knew. We thought that they was weak because they knew that this was not it. They knew that this was not the end. A lot of them had so much peace because they knew that this shit is bigger than Nino. We thought that they were weak, but they really just knew this shit don't matter. This is temporary. They had peace because they were in tune with nature. It's just like in nature when some animals get eaten and killed, and some of them don't even fight. Once the snake locks in on them, or once whatever it is locks in on them, they don't even struggle. They don't even fight for their life because they soul and already left their body. They already gone to be reincarnated. They just let it go. Then it ain't even no fight. Bitch, this is a part of the cycle of life. Bitch, this is a circle of life. Bitch, I'm gone. Deuces. It was cute. I'ma holla. Bye. Chunking them up. I'ma holla. It's been real. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Still in a while. We don't get that because we've been so conditioned by society, but in nature, they know that this ain't all it is. They know that you're going on to do something else. They know. And so our ancestors were so tapped in. They was like, child, you felt like you think you should not because this is all you got. You literally have sold your soul. You literally are holding on to this reality because when you die and it's time for you to face your karmic debt, when it's time to put that bookity boo, that's why you trying to hold on to this reality because you know you close them eyes and it's time for you to face and it's time to put that motherfucking feather on that scale, bitch. You have to understand that we do have genetic advantages, but he's being racist and ignorant. Mm, no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. 100% love. It was melanated women that cut him off. That cut him off. That was ignorant, not him. He knew exactly what he was talking about. Call me one. Black women, the black women was offended, and rightfully so, Aaron. I gotta see this conversation. Y'all gotta send this to me because I don't know what y'all talking about. I've seen like notes from the like I've seen like it, but I haven't got into the conversation. So I'm not in a position to really speak on this, but I have seen it come up. I thought it was I thought it was a relative of JFK. Chill, and I'm tired of hearing about them. Chill and feed into it, but just because of the initials remind me too much of JFK. But I don't really know what y'all talking about. She with the fake love and just contradicted herself, disrespected the pronouns. So what she talking about, right? 100% love, offended and ignorant. Um, she said that with mockery and sarcasm. Yeah, you let RFK tell you what you need, and I'm going to continue going to my PCP, primary care provider. I do a combination. Like I don't totally depend on my primary care providers because they don't know everything either. Like it's a collaboration. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be the ancestors, and it's gonna be the primary care provider. It's a trinity. It's a. I'm gonna stand on business, and I'm gonna talk to the PCP. So I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna meditate and pray about it, and I'm gonna talk to the PCP. It's a trinity for me. It's a trinity. She spoke an oxymoron. 100% love said, agree to disagree. 100% said, 100%. Did you take the shot? Um, and 100% pure love said, I did take the shot. Oh, thank you, Culture Bay, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Um, I take hormones. I could take a vaccine. Right. It's no medication that you could give me that's gonna change me. Like a little part of me be like, if my ancestors got skin in the game and they going through it, I'm gonna go through it too. But I'm also going to fast. I'm also going to meditate. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna purge myself. But I'm not gonna be willy nilly with the vaccines either. Bitch, my doctor ask me about vaccines. They be talking about you need to take a vaccine for this and you need to take a vaccine for that. Bitch, no. Bitch, y'all not giving me all these shots. Not at all. Not at all. Y'all not giving me all these shots. Um, 100%. And that's exactly why you don't see the logic. What he's saying. He's a racist, but he didn't lie. Mm, hormone shots is okay, but not that other one a few years ago. Don't try to insult my intelligence, though. It's not logic, it's about public health. I did my own research, and that's what was best for me, Aaron. 100% with your research post. Take the shot. Did you regret it? No regrets, no illness. I didn't I didn't have no side effects after taking the shot. Thank you, God Goddess. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God Goddess. I do feel like I do feel like I do feel like it might have stopped me from tapping into some extra things. So 100% pure love, can we have that conversation? Because the level we on now, Chell. It might have blocked some things. Maybe we were strong enough not to get have a conversation about maybe it stopped us from tapping into some extra things, doing these area alignments, doing these chakra alignments during this awakening. Like, can we have that conversation that maybe it wasn't strong enough to make us sick, but maybe it was strong enough to interfere with, or maybe potentially bind for a moment some things that we probably could have tapped into esoterically and spiritually had we not taken the shots. Can we have a little ownership of that? Because I didn't get sick either, sister. I'm glad for you. I'm glad for me too. I love the banter. This is what happens when you have intellectual people on your platform. This is why I love my purple ones and my gray ones, baby. Because we get into our little intellectual spat, honey. I'm so glad that I could be a part of facilitating this space. I'm so glad that I could be a vessel and an avatar for intelligent beings to come and spar, and iron sharpens iron down. I'm so happy that I could facilitate this space. Uh, as for the art, sister, I'm saying it be more like a documentary and you see where they are now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody ain't built the same though, Aaron. Some people be being more destructive with themselves, and all the vaccine does is add to the destruction. Everybody don't have the same balance and discipline, so that's important to consider. 100% pure love. Um, everybody don't have the same balance and discipline, as some of us do. And every day I'm still working on mines. You know, I'm only shape shifting my body, transitioning M to F. Ashe, sister. They do some, they do some balance, but I think they try to make it more relevant. They probably had other issues you don't know about. That's what I literally just said. Look, me and you think alike. I literally just said that before I read your comment. They be trying to cater to the 100, 100. It's more to being black than hood aesthetic. They done seasoned the art of halflingism. They have. They sure have. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's free 99. That's correct. Ain't no grace for that. Putting my life in jeopardy. Mmm. I respect that, Miss She said. I respect that. Ain't no grace for that. Putting my life in jeopardy. Um, and I definitely respect that. But um, when the vaccines first came out, most of my family took it, and my mindset was like, I want to work, but also if something gonna happen to my family, it's gonna happen to me. Um, Monogamy is a conscious choice. Oh, okay. So you talking about monogamy? Okay. Mm-hmm. But wait, hold on. Let me. Um, she got a lot of names for them. I can't even how to spell all of them. Pygmisha. Well, I didn't create Pygmisha. 100% Pure Love made Pygmisha, and Pygmisha is Pick, and then you spell it like you spell Misha. So it's basically just pick, and then how you spell Misha, you spell Pygmisha. Then Delulume. The only thing that you missing in Delulume, you can't spell it like that, but I spell it with an E, so it's like Deulame. It's like Delu Eula, like Eula is in with that. So it's D-E, well, no. It's Deulula, then the apostrophe. I have a video where I spell all of them though. But you pretty much like if you spell it like that, people still know what you're talking about. The is the cis version. So the trans version is the Lulume. So it's two Lus because there's a little bit more delusion going on up in there. So the trans is the Lulume. Then the trans man is the Luroy. Because we couldn't leave them at um 100% pure love. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. That's what my grandmother used to always say, and she a Libra. Monogamy is a conscious choice, many will not be. Hmm. And Looney Loos. When I do my video next week, this at the end of this week, I'm definitely gonna have the loon. I'm gonna use the word Looney Loos, and I'm gonna use Pick Misha in my next video. Um, Sounds reactionary. So what is that response in response to Miss She said? Sounds reactionary because we are whole. So sometimes people are going to do reactionary things. And I don't mind calling it what it is because as I said earlier, you know, um, don't give me a cup of piss and tell me it's lemonade, and don't give me a cup of dookie and tell me it's a caramel frappe. So if it is reactionary, we can call it reactionary, but we also are not going to condemn saying something is reactionary because we are human beings. We're not going to always respond in a strategic and well thought out way. Sometimes, as humans being, we're going to do reactionary shit. Try not to do it all the time, but we are going to do reactionary shit. Be careful. Thank you. And definitely will. Marriage will be what you make it 20 years. Ashe. I just wish we didn't have to be married to one person. I don't think we need to physically sleep with all the people that we're legally married to. But I do believe in part because some people I care about, and we have a bond, but we don't physically have sex. Like we talk to each other, we like to spend time together, And I wish that we could be able to build more. So I'm not saying that if I'm married to three people, I want to sleep with all three of them, you know, but I wish that we could be legally tied together. So, and maybe I should have been more clear when I said that I don't think that everybody you married to, you got to have sex with. Marriage shouldn't be a business. It's nobody's business who you marry unless marriage shouldn't be a business. It's nobody's business who you marry unless you want to express it. And but marriage is a business in this reality. And I feel like, and that's unfortunate because that's why people marry each other. Some people marry for love. Some people marry because person, but other people are strategic, especially in Hollywood, especially in politics. It's a business. The breeding process, the tax breaks, what you can get out of marriage. Marriage is oftentimes viewed by elites as a business and as a contractual relationship. And so, in this nation, I feel like understanding the politics of marriage and understanding the business of marriage, we could get further if we were able to enter into contracts where we had multiple connections. And I'm not saying that that connection is going to be the same, that we all just going to be laying in the bed having an orgy. Like, if that's what you want to do with your relationships, then that's what you do with your relationship. But me personally, if I was married to multiple people, I wouldn't want to be laying in the bed. Like, say, for example, I was married to four people. All of us just getting in the bed and just laying side by side and just having it. But I could see having a different connection with all of them, and building with all of them, like building, the tribe and building the nation. Like, it would be more so for me, like maybe one of the partners would be like the one that I would really, really be just like, yes. But all three of them, all four of them, that's a bit much. All of us just laid in a big old king side bed, and it's just shenanigans. No, that's a lot. Marriage is about reciprocity. I agree. Promiscuity may cause confusion, harm, and put you in a situation where someone will take shit. Mm, let's get it passed through Congress. Multiple partners die. Leave and have some standards. Well, I'm not saying necessarily, like I said, I'm not saying necessarily be sleeping with everybody. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. I agree. I'm screaming. The halfling energy can disconnect you from spirit. Ashe, the cities be too noisy. Yes, it do. The straight niggas be punk baiting like crazy, showing ass and everything. Yes, they do. The corset top is very cute. Yes, the bustier, you like it. It's kind of baggy, but okay. Okay, Anandia, I'm living for the whole ensemble. I tried to give y'all a little something. You see how the corset top kind of go with the hair a little bit. I just kind of give it like, yeah, I was feeling it today. You saw that, I said, let me throw on a little salt for to give y'all a little look for this video. I started to wear my bone jewelry so I could tap more into the indigeneity. I wore my little crystal today that kind of go with the earrings and the hair and the corset. Less is more. Then I got my little necklace on, my little dragon. I try to, yeah, little light.
Not too much, not too little. Simply put, simply be. You feel me?
Period. 100% pure love. Okay, D mine. D man seed. Okay, they can play with the halflings mind real easy. So when these niggas play alpha male on the internet, seeing what white doing, they don't know that they already mind fuck right, focusing on what white people doing. I was saying what these niggas be thinking about the girls. That's far from my mindset. We are not the flesh. Yes, that's right. We just having a flesh experience. The community is a DL cult. Wow. The spiritual community is a DL cult. Wow, that's powerful. A lot of them. You have to and somebody brought this to my attention the other day. Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you're higher vibrational. It doesn't mean that your spirituality is aligned. Like when someone says that they're spiritual, you have to ask what type of spirituality is it? Like who are you praying to? What ancestors are you more aligned with? What energy are you channeling? Because just saying you spiritual is not enough, and people will say, oh, I'm more spiritual than religious, but what exactly is your spirituality? Are you around here cutting off chicken heads and praying to dark forces, around here praying to chaos, praying to destruction? Are you around here taking blood baths? Are you around here sacrificing animals and dancing in their blood, praying to the moon, praying for the destruction of good people, praying for the destruction of people who are trying to heal the world? Like that's spiritual. Or you around here praying on people's downfall and wishing people ill? That's spiritual. All that's spiritual. So just saying you spiritual doesn't really say what kind of spirituality you practicing. Like let's be clear. Like let's have a conversation about what your spirituality is. Because I used to be one that would be just like, I'm spiritual, or my spirituality, or when people would say they were spiritual, I would automatically, like, be like, oh, okay, at least you're not Christian. But baby, what are you practicing? What is your spirituality? Who are you praying to? What's your main source? Where does your energy rest and reside? Like what's really the tea? Like let's get into it. Don't forget the trauma, sex bonds that the halflings transferred to women. Exactly. And we love talking about soul ties, but what you have to understand is that we all come from source, so we all connected. We're all literally tied together. When you have sex with a person, you literally just reinforce those ties, you strengthen those ties. And that's a conversation that we're not having. Like we already bonded together, we already tied together from other people as well, especially these niggas. The same, it's the same when niggas request that cis girls to because they do be asking for the females to peg them, dick them down. They don't work out for that narrative. The church man gonna wanna get you to get naked. I mean, oh, okay, and reveal yourself. Mm, I never liked tossing salads, even though I'm not a man. I'm a F to M. I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to be one of the girls that liked to eat the boys' booties. Like when I had bottom surgery, I was like, this is the way I could please them cookies. Because, I was still in that mindset of wanting to please my partner, anally, because I know so many of them like having their booty played with.
Like I'm not being naive or anything. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I used to be a girl a few years back. I haven't ate booty in years, but I was a girl who would spread them cheeks. I would keep it real. I ain't ate booty in years, in years. But I did used to be a girl that would spread them cheeks to please her man, girl. That would spread them cheeks, girl. I see the shift at 2020. We saw everything, and I supported everything she did until Joe Biden uh, got elected, and I spoke against on my post, and she subliminally called me a hater. Who you talking about? On her post, I responded, and I responded subliminally on my post, but respectfully, and we stopped talking. I tried to reach out, but she started acting flaky, and that's when I knew. Um, I just realized who you're talking about. You just did an interview with her, right? Oh, okay, so you're talking about VS Icon not too long ago, and she switched up like that, shaking my fucking head. Right, right. Like I low key feel kind of played. BS Icon is two faced then. BS Icon start calling trans women he is two faced. Like don't say you gonna still do the pronouns. Just stand on business. Just just call us a he. Just call us men. I'll respect you more. Just be like, bruh, sir, I actually respect you because I won't be in your face. I'll stay from around you because I already know how you feel. Just stand on business. Because it was confusing in the video because she said she's still gonna do the pronouns, but she said she's not gonna go against the president. I want to hear Donald Trump call Caitlyn Bruce. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear Donald Trump call Caitlyn Bruce. Cause Caitlyn supported you. I want to hear Donald Trump call Caitlyn Bruce and he. That's what I want to see. Cause don't be telling us to do one thing and you doing another. I never took that shot. I never trusted it. That's facts. They said, "Oh y'all like too fast. Here's some fast food then." Our ancestors had access to authenticity back then, right? Basically, Aaron, right? Y'all like to fast. Okay, here goes some fast food. Wow. I'm open to taking herbs as an alternative. I know our path and willing to distract. They know our path and willing to distract us away from it. The concept of hell, I'd fucked us up. And whole time hell is not real, but a state of mind, right? Because I live there. I've been to hell, honey. I've been to hell. And when I go through my little depressions, I have me a little picnic, a little weenie roast. Baby, I go and vacation in hell for a little while. It is a state of mind. Miss Kaneen, you should black charcoal capsules. It really helps clear out the toxins. I love taking them. Um, so right now I'm taking iron, I'm taking biotin, I'm doing some bromelain. I'm doing some B12. I'm doing some tissue repair. I'm doing a tissue repair vitamin. Child, I took a whole bunch of vitamins before I got on here. I'm doing some probiotic for the gut health. Um, right now, that's what I'm doing. Anandia, thank you for the info on the black charcoal capsules for toxins. You are a gem. Come on, Thinkstress, for getting this information. You're welcome, Thinkstress Pooh. I'm grateful to have awareness, these things to pass along. One more thing, Kaneen. You're such a teacher. Thank you. Facts. Deluroy. Exactly. That's what they are. Who guess? Motherfuckers be trying destiny swap and cover it with spirituality. Uh-huh. Yeah, honey. They be on that shit, honey. Wait. Okay. Um, I'm kind of giving the Mary J family a fair style wig vibe. It's kind of giving. Okay, yeah. Okay, you like that. I'm trying to keep it a buck. Y'all, I ate a nigga ass one time and ended up having strep throat. Never the fuck. Okay. You was talking about Sun Key when you said what you said earlier. Okay. That bitch said that bitch said she ate a nigga ass and got strep throat and never the fuck again. Bitch, that's like me get my palm bread and get batted in my fucking mouth every time I got my palm bread. Well, child, this video went well. I don't think I ate a greasy pork chop. I did open the phone line, so if people wanted to call, they could have called in, but we didn't get any calls today. So I'm going to keep making the phone line available for people if they do want to call in. Yeah, hell is a state of mind and an actual place. I shade. But I'm going to keep making it available for people if they would like to call in. Um, yeah, I'm going to keep making it an option. We're going to keep doing the phone lines tomorrow. Girl, this lady said, hi, at Phoenix Eden is going live on me. Go watch. It's an example of what happens when I stand up for myself as a woman. I supported Trump making people use born genders. We must follow it. I choose me first. I'm not going anywhere. VS Icon. This bitch said that I'm live going off on her. When did I go off on her in this video? And I want y'all to be honest. Did I go off on her? Be honest. Did I go off on her? I've been talking for 2 hours and 28 minutes. Did I go off on her? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. VS Icon is slow. Right. Did I go off on her? Did y'all hear me go off on her? Did I drag her? Did I talk about her? Did I put her down? What I did was I used her what she said as an example of women who think like that. She felt attacked. This lady literally
This lady literally added me in a post and she said, go and watch. Because what she thought was that I was going to. Okay, okay, thank you, Aaron. I'm gonna watch it after I get off the live. I'm gonna watch what he said. But yeah, like when y'all come in the comment section, like the people who have been here from beginning to end, no. But I did make the comment because but I did like it it's nothing wrong with me making a video because I supported your platform. You used me to come on your platform to talk about T.S. Madison. And I'm gonna say this. I don't regret what I've said about T.S. Madison. I still mean the things that I said, but I will say this right here and now. I apologize to T.S. Madison for going on T.S. Icon's platform and saying the things that I said about T.S. Madison on her platform. Because now I know that V.S. Icon used me to really promote an agenda that she really had for all of us. So she used me, and that's why I made this video, because I'm taking accountability. And I said this in another video. I said I was messy, I was triggered. I've owned this before, but I'm going to come back in this video again, now for certain, with more proof. I was used as a puppet. I allow my trauma and my history and my past with T.S. Madison to make me vulnerable to go on that lady's platform and badmouth T.S. Madison on that platform. I allowed my ego, I allowed my trauma to get the best of me, and I went on a ops platform and I badmouthed T.S. Madison. I take accountability for that. Everything that I've said about T.S. Madison on my platform, my views about her, everything that I've said, I stand on that. But I should not have went on that person's platform. When that person asked me, could they use my content to talk about T.S. Madison, I should have said no. But at the time, I did not think that this person was who she was, because she was literally sending people to my platform. She was literally telling people to subscribe to my page. So I I didn't take her like, normally when someone is being divisive, or when someone does not have your best interest, they're going to try to share you in a way where they're not uplifting your platform. A lot of my new followers have been because of VS Icon. I'm not going to discredit that. Like she brought me followers, and the followers that she brought me, the people who follow her, a lot of them are not bad people. A lot of them are intelligent. Eyes. A lot of them are informed. She does not talk to a. She has some people on her platform who are really good people. To me, VS Icon is not a bad person. VS Icon is just a pick me. I can't sugarcoat that. She's a pick me. She's a pick Misha. But T.S. Madison is a pick me too. So I could see why her and T.S. Madison had a history already. They both give pick me energy. No tea, no shade. She felt attacked. You are clearly so powerful. That is as much as I know. But no, no, but you should have. You should have gone off. You said I should have went off. You be you, but you wanted the smoke. You be wanted me to go in. Huh? You be said no, you did, but you was. I had my popcorn. I thought you was gonna drag this match. You made me pop my popcorn for nothing. Y'all know I'm not smoking and drinking. Y'all know I'm on my spiritual. You know I'm on my little spiritual kick. Not today. I did have some peach cobbler, and I had a little chicken McGriddle. My sister had bought me a little chicken McGriddle, so I was able to dibble and dabble all around the garbage can because I had a little garbage for breakfast. Because y'all know I don't eat McDonald's, but you know the little dive in the trash can I was able to give y'all was sponsored by that chicken McGriddle and that Patty LaBelle peach cobbler that I had with that good cup of Rice coffee for breakfast. So y'all was able to get a little, baby. I was in the vicinity of the trash can. I took a nibble off of the pork chop. I was able to give you a little nibble. I was able to I was able to give you a little nibble off the pork chop. Oh, we did have our pork chop moments, bitch. Um, this type of woman give it. This type of woman give it but can't take it when they knock at your door. Yeah, child, I had to light my candles and burn incense because I really did want to. Because y'all saw me at the beginning of the video. I had to do some breathing exercises because I really did. I really did want to air it. I really did. I really did. But that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. That's not what I want to attract. That's not who I want to be in 2025. I can't eat it. I can't eat that greasy pork chop. I'm not above it. I'm not above it. Don't ever get so comfortable to think that I'm above it. But that's not what I'm going to give her because that's what they expect. I'm not going to give you what you expect. Just like you love you, VS Icon, I love me. I love my sisters, whether they were born with vaginas or not. I love my siblings. I love every being who stands up for our foremothers, whether they were born with vaginas or not. I call out trans women who embody femininity but pray to the Father and uplift the Father. Any being who is upholding their foremothers, standing 10 toes down for wholeness and balance. I don't care what's between your legs. I honor you, I respect you, and I support you. I choose me. And when I say I love me more, I mean the me that I see in all of you. I mean the me that I see in everyone who's standing for the same things that I am standing for, everyone who is celebrating the things that I'm celebrating, everyone who is honoring the things that I'm honoring. When I say I'm standing for me, when I say I love me, I love the me that I see in you, and I love the you that I see in me. A man, a woman. When you knock at someone else's door, you can't tell them how to respond. Exactly. Oh, I peeped that, Kaneen. I wanted to tell you.
I didn't think that it was a safe space to vent about Madison because she's a messy cis woman, but I thought she was for the girls. That's why I didn't. She got me when she sent me subscribers. Oh, bitch, that's how she tricked me up. Cause T.S. Madison has never sent me subscribers. They bitch said, "I'm gonna make you famous, dragging for me." I've never had my sisters to get on YouTube. Now I've had sisters on Facebook to celebrate me and send subscribers, but I've never had another sister on YouTube to be like, go and check out Kaneen's channel. Go and check out. Like I've never had that from my trans siblings who have a platform. When I was fucking with Diamond Styles and me and her was cool, she never directed people to my channel. She never said, hey, my sister over there, Tila, because that's when I was going by Tila. She never said, hey, go check out my sister channel. She never did that. So I've never had like a trans girl who was popular on YouTube to be like, hey, go and check out, Kaneen's page or Tila's page or Phoenix's page. I've never had that. And so when a cis woman did it for me, when a female did it for me, I was like, oh, okay, she really cool. But that was just a part of the strategy. That's some serious strategy right there. That's some serious strategy. That's what I think. She used you to pit y'all against each other. She low key hate trans women. VS Icon is a trans woman hater. These halflings want to be unintentional pick me's. VS Icon is a transphobe, trans woman hater. A damn shame. I hate people who are women who are versus. I hate people who are women like VS Icon, op, always giving op. That type of women I hate. They be setting the girls up to make all of us look bad. Patty LaBelle Peach Cobbler, girl, I love me a Patty LaBelle Peach Cobbler. Hey, I love you too, Kaneen. Thank you. So, we've been on this live for almost 3 hours, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. And wrap it up for today. If there's any more comments that y'all want to make, if there's any more comments that y'all want to make, let me know. Yeah. If there's nothing else, um, the candle is already lit, and this candle is um, representative of our ancestors who have come, our ancestors who will come, our ancestors who are already here. This candle represents the past, the present, and the future. As I blow out this candle on the physical plane, it grows with intensity on the spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, El Babosara, which means come in peace, no harm to any. Lelam Lelar. Iengani Iyanko Kolukolo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, then you know that you are. And as always, remember that you don't have to be filthy rich to stand on business. I want to give a special shout out to
Anandia, for what you contributed to the conversation. As always, I want to thank 100% Pure Love. I want to thank Fatima. I want to thank you, me. I want to thank Golden Queen. I want to thank the Thinkstress. And I would be remiss if I did not thank Erin. I also want to again thank Kevin Wendell for giving us music to listen to on the platform that honors and celebrates my being and also my work, Laylim Layler Nation. I want you all to have a beautiful day and give me some purple hearts in the chat. Give me some gray hearts in the chat. And purple ones rise, gray ones rise, whole ones rise. Laylim Layler Nation, thank you again also for the super chats today. Girl, we starting to get a little girl, we trying to get another little check for the nation, girl. We getting a little coin for the little coin for the nation, little coinage for the nation. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting the platform. And tomorrow I'm getting my new lights. So I'm excited. I think I'm gonna go and get some weave glue so I can put on the lash because I wanted to put on the lash today, but child, I didn't bring any glue. I was gonna give y'all a little lash, but yeah, next time I come back, girl, I'm gonna give y'all a little lash, girl. I'm gonna do a little lash, girl. Might do a little lip and a little lash, girl. When I come back tomorrow, for the talk. If anybody, I'm gonna do some research on this RX, and then I may come back and talk about that. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be well and take care. Later. Remember to drink water, eat some fruit, and stay hydrated.